I want this merely to be a source of information and other things that you can look into for yourself, like finding a functional doctor, finding alternative healing methods to overcome chronic illnesses or diseases, autoimmune, and any health ailments that you might be struggling with. Hello loves, and welcome back to our channel. This video is a lot longer than any of our normal videos. A year ago, last October, began working with a functional doctor, had my first session, and then thought it would be super helpful to record each session from then to really showcase the progression of my health and working with a functional doctor. So I have finally put together all of the pieces of my most recent health journey. I was dealing with chronic congestion, fatigue, brain fog, so many symptoms for the past year. And once I found a functional doctor, what I started doing to correct it, and as you'll hear in the first little bits of this video, I sound so sick, super congested, and it goes through waves. And listening to myself now to how I was in the very beginning, it's night and day, and I feel so much better. I finished my functional medicine coaching course in December, and now I'm able to coach and support people on their own functional medicine journey, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video. I have shared all the testing that I did, the multiple doctor's visits, all of the in-between, and now have put it together to share with you and really have it be a resource for you, for friends, to learn more about functional medicine, what working with a functional doctor will entail. So I hope you enjoy this. Really, I talk more about functional medicine and how I've learned from it with my functional medicine course at the end of the video. And if you have questions, anything, comment below. Let me know you like it. And yeah, enjoy watching my journey. These are all of the tests. Cost, Genova, Nutrival, food sensitivity, a Cyrex, I don't know what this serum collection kit. All of these are what I'm getting tested. This is like a genetics, another thing, and then more mold and blood testing on that one. Very overwhelming. It's like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. The guy just came and drew my blood, and I'm happy that it's over because it's been slightly overwhelming having to like fast and get it all done, and it seems like it'd be nice to have them come to your house, but I feel like there's this like heightened sense of responsibility of like you having to do things. Like I don't draw blood, but I'm excited that this part is done. Now I still have to do a urine sample to test like cortisol and some other hormones, and then a stool sample for allergy testing and food sensitivity tests and other things. So that's what I'm most nervous about doing on my own. Okay, we are getting all set up for the stool sampling. Gotta keep it sanitary, but this little boat is what I'm supposed to collect it in. Wish me luck. Okay, so I just did the stool sample, and I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but I'm really proud of myself because I was extremely nervous and overwhelmed at having to do this test on my own. I know, like, I had my mom come over yesterday and just kind of read through all of the tests to make sure I was reading them correctly. I read something and I didn't read it properly, or I missed a note. Like, for example, the phlebotomist this morning, he came over at 7 a.m. and I told him I'd been fasting since 7 o'clock the night before and I hadn't been drinking water, and he's like, oh, you can have water. I was so thirsty. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night thirsty, and I like could have had water, but that's just, I don't know. It's easy to get overwhelmed, especially with tests like this, and I'm really trying to get an understanding of what's going on in my body. As you can see, like I have these, they call them like allergy rings, like around my eyes, and I've chronically been congested for a year. I know that's absurd that it's taken me this long to finally get the test, but I've been really trying to find a functional doctor that I am aligned with, like we see eye to eye, and especially with the course I'm going through right now, I just have more knowledge around questions that they should be asking. And Dr. Alletess, who I'm seeing, spent 2 hours with me at our initial consultation to then like agreeing to the tests that I wanted to get done with his own tests, which were far more than what I was asking to get tested. So the thoroughness in everything that I'm doing right now to really get a greater understanding of everything that could be going on, I'm just really grateful for it. And like, if you had seen me 4 days ago when I sat down and tried to look over everything, I was coming down with a cold and I was so overwhelmed. I literally called my mom and my friend Kelly crying because I was just like, this shouldn't be as hard as it's feeling to me right now. And I think it's just overwhelm, period, that I was feeling because I'm so exhausted of feeling not my best, and I want to get these answers like right now, but I have to go through certain things and I have to like do these tests and put in a little effort and work to get the results. So I'm really so relieved that this stool sample's done. It was so much easier than I thought. I think it was just more the intimidation factor, which I want to be a mom. I need to get over this. I'm going to be changing diapers and dealing with baby's poop. So it's like, whatever. Now it's waiting to send it off and get the results, and then the only test left that I have to do is the hormone and cortisol testing. It's a urine test and you have to do it overnight. And I'm wanting to share all of this with you because if you are like in my position where you're still trying to figure out what's going on, a lot of these tests, some of them, they're not through doctors, so you could order and do them at home. Clearly I'm doing them all. The blood work and blood tests, obviously you need to go through a doctor, but if you have any questions or you're trying to go through something similar, this is just me sharing the experience because it is overwhelming. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of things that you can do or have to do if it's suggested by a doctor, and just keeping it raw and real and letting you know like this is what I'm going through. I finished the last test I had to do at home for my functional doctor, which was the overnight pee or urine sampling, and it's a complete adrenal panel. I think it's testing cortisol and a bunch of other hormonal things. So it's this Dutch, let's see if you can see this, Dutch test. Ignore the date. I found out that I didn't have to wait until I was on my cycle. It might be a little TMI, but like whatever, we're keeping it real here. So this is that's my dried urine. Ugh. But now that it is dried, I am going to be mailing it in, and once we get the results, I'm doing a follow-up checkup with my doctor. I'm really excited to kind of review it all with Dr. Alletess and just get a better understanding of what the heck is going inside my body, going on inside my body. Hello loves. So I'm on my way to the doctor's office. I have my test results in from all of the blood work I did, and today's the day that we are reviewing it all and going to create a plan to help fix whatever's been going on in my body. I went back in December, like a month ago, and 2 months ago now, and they had messed up my blood work, so I had to retake it. Super annoying. And now we are just going to go over the final bit of the blood work. We had discovered that I have mold toxicity, but we're not really sure where it's coming from. I got my apartment tested for mold and there's no toxic mold there. So a functional medicine doctor, if you are unfamiliar with it, is different from Western or allopathic doctors in that they do a course on functional medicine and they are more holistic and integrative. They're going to be working with chiropractors, acupuncturists, herbalism, all sorts of other healing modalities before just trying to put you on a drug that you will have to take for the rest of your life. Yeah. Now just gotta get to Dr. Lekos, and that's my amazing Dr. Lekos. And this is
it's a Myers cocktail.
Myers cocktail. And then the Myers cocktail is good for...
So it's a multi-nutrient cocktail with calcium chloride, magnesium chloride with calcium gluconate. It has a B complex with dexpanthenol, B12, B6, vitamin C, and it's good for boosting your immune system. It's good for boost the detoxification pathways. You're flooding your cells with nutrients to provide them with some energy. So a lot of people feel it'll pick me up when they get these.
Everything I need right now.
Yeah. It's great to get when you start getting sick or before or after you travel on a plane.
I love it.
They've been around for a long time. Yeah, they're awesome.
While we review all of my blood results, I get this IV drip and we get to talk about what we're gonna do next. Going over some of the results. Just about done with this. Great news, I just left Dr. Lekos. My blood's looking great. I need to get this mold out of my system, so I'm going to do ozone treatment, ozone therapy, and then take some natural supplements to get rid of the candida and other things in my blood. I have to take all the plants out of my house, and hopefully with those things I'll be able to remedy majority. Gosh, this is hard getting into here. Like I was saying. Okay. Dr. Lekos was great. My blood looks really, really good. I just found out all of these like precursors for different potential things that I could deal with, like degenerative diseases, heart disease, and things like that later in life, and everything looks really good. Also, I saw all my levels with like insulin and being like no problem of autoimmune disorder, no problems with... This guy just literally hit my car with his door. Anyways, everything's looking really good with my blood work. The only thing is that I have low ferritin, which partners with, what is the thing for your thyroid? One of the other vitamins that like helps your thyroid, and it helps with hair growth, which my hair has not grown forever. And what else? The ferritin, and then I have really, really low levels of D, which our nutritionist Autumn has talked about this, and she's like convinced that everyone has really low levels of D. So I'm gonna be taking D supplement, a couple other natural supplements like Uva Versi and a different one to help remove the mold from my body, as well as doing the ozone therapy. Gonna get rid of the house plants. I'm gonna do another mold test just to see the exact strains of molds of like the aspergillus or penicillin that are showing up on my mold test, because I just want to have a greater understanding. So do these tests and then 6 weeks retest everything and see how I'm doing. So I'm feeling really positive, which is a good thing. Project Health Comeback. I am ready to feel good. I'm feeling great. I feel like, I don't know, from the beginning of this to now, I did that IV drip and I feel like I have so much energy. It's like 12 o'clock and I haven't had anything yet because I've been doing intermittent fasting. So sorry if I'm talking really fast, but that like Myers cocktail really does help you make you feel so amazing. As we found out, amazingly, I have a really healthy blood. I'm like internally very good. Like my lifestyle, he said, is contributing, and the way I eat is really contributing to how good my blood looked. I'm taking supplements to help support detoxing it out, and aside from this plant, because I love it so much and it's extremely heavy, I couldn't move it. I took all of the plants out of my apartment because the molds that were found are also commonly found in the soils of the plant, which, to be honest, I kind of have I'm like having a difficult time believing that. I still did it because I'm doing everything in my control that I can to really support my healing. However, I know plants are known to be natural air purifiers, or really good for the air. The one problem might be the soil. So stay tuned for that little notice. As of now, my plants are all quarantined into a little greenhouse in my spare bedroom. And aside from that, another thing that I've been doing is I'm taking certain supplements, and supplements are something that's really tricky because unless you're working with a naturopath or a doctor, you really, like, I can't recommend certain things because I don't know how they'll work for you. So I'm gonna be doing some of these remedies that Dr. Lecko's prescribed, the ozone. I'm gonna do it for 6 weeks, and not ozone every week. I did it once and he kind of said to see how I feel, and if I'm feeling a little bit congested again, to come back in and do the treatments again. That varies from person to person. So again, everyone's journey is different. So with the ozone, my supplements, clearing out the majority of my house plants, and then really just eating an anti-inflammatory diet and not really drinking alcohol or any foods that might contribute to mold. I'm gonna retest my blood, see how I'm doing, and be able to check back in with you. I hope you found this video helpful, supportive. Even after finishing my functional medicine coaching course, like, all of this was extremely overwhelming because it's your health and there's so many questions and things. It's very emotional because you don't feel well and you just want to feel better. Having support or somebody to help, talk to, hear from, like, how they're managing it, I just find so nice. So I do offer coaching. If you are interested or looking for additional support, please contact me. I'm going to put all of my information in the description box below, as well as Dr. Lecko's and everybody, all the testing that I did. So if you want to talk to your doctor about it, and the link to the ozone therapy that I did, and other just resources I found helpful, you can find that all in the description box. Next week, the video will be about ozone. After the ozone vlog, we'll be back to regular recipes and other things like that. But this is such an important piece to why we started Curry Girl's Kitchen. I just hope that this is some bit of light on your own journey, or if you're just looking for more information about functional medicine or alternative healing, that you find this helpful. And if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, comment. I love hearing from you. It really also supports our channel and letting us know what you are interested in. As well, if you don't subscribe, make sure you subscribe, because when I upload these, you'll be able to see them right away. I'm so grateful for you all staying with us and being here even after our little hiatus while I was dealing with all this and traveling and really just taking some time to heal for myself. And I'm feeling so inspired and so good, and just excited to create more of these videos for you. So we'll see you next week with another video, and just sending you so much love. Mwah!